Hey everybody, this is Brian with Red Dirt Cryptid Investigations. Heading out on a, I don't know, day trip. I may end up spending the night. Kind of depends on how things go. Headed down south, southern Oklahoma. And the purpose behind this trip is not necessarily squatching. The purpose is trying to train my dog. There he is, right there. Is he going to be a squatch dog? I don't know. He's not very big. But that could be a good thing. The last thing I need is a dog thinking they can fight a squatch. That could be dangerous in itself. His name is Chewy. He's about 5-year-old Pomeranian. He doesn't really look like a stereotypical Pomeranian right now because he's got a summer cut. And basically, I think when he was younger, he was a little too wild to do outings with Dad, but he's calmed down a lot in the last, I would say in the last year. He's 5 years old, and he really likes to go places and do stuff. So this is kind of a prototype, but in this video we're probably going to basically kind of touch on what we think might be a good squatch dog. Man, I want your opinions as well. It's not like there's a special breed that they breed just for squatching. So we'll open that up for conversation. Anyway, we'll get back with you when we get down there. In the meantime, he's back there rooting around looking for something. He's exceptionally happy to be going out with Dad. Ain't that right, buddy? Yeah, what you got? Yeah, for the record, Chewy breathes hard whenever he's excited and happy. I don't know why he does it, but if you see him doing it during the video, don't freak out. He doesn't have asthma or anything. Anyway, we'll get back with you when we're on location. Upon arrival, we had to, of course, take care of a little business. But then we began walking around, trying to get Chewy used to his brand new harness, and, of course, working with a leash. One thing that I would recommend for any squatch dog is that they be well acquainted with a leash and that they have a good harness so that you could, you know, restrain them possibly if you needed to. Ready for go little venture? Let's go down here. Let's go to the creek. Come on. Come on. Mineral spring probably give him the poops. Smells. Where are you going? Hey, we're going this way. Come on. I know it sounds silly, but I think for a dog to be a good squatching dog, he has to first be a good camping dog. And I think for that to happen, he would have to actually enjoy being in the outdoors. Chewy has a younger brother who is not particularly fond of the great outdoors, which is why we left him at home. I think anyone would agree with me that the most important factor in whether a dog would be a good squatching dog is whether or not they respond to your commands and they listen to you. That's probably imperative in any breed and any outdoor gun dog. He's just sniffing and having a good time. you exploring, buddy. Come on. Come on. You're going to be okay. Come on, let's go.
As you can see, the Pomeranian breed has certain limitations.
Come on, you don't like it. What is it? You keep going for the deep parts. Yeah, why are you going for the deep parts? Come on. There you go. Come on, let's go this way.
Now this makes you wonder, would you even want a small breed dog at all in the outdoors?
I like the dry ground.
And I would say that, you know, the physical limitations are obvious, but on the flip side, a larger dog would also be a lot tougher to transport. They would take up more room in a vehicle that would displace certain types of camping gear. They would also have to have larger portions of food and water that you're going to have to pack and take along with you. And not to mention, you know, you've also got to worry about being able to restrain a larger dog.
What's the matter, buddy? He says, I don't know about this. It's deep. Something kind of big in that tree. Some of you might recognize where we're at. Thought we would stop by on the way home. So, you know me, I like to check the river for tracks and bridges. Holy shit, I see some. Hold on. You see them? Yes. Holy shit. Okay. Well, the tracks are out there. Probably human. I had to take my shoes off. I'm just gonna get this done. There are some human children's footprints here. So, there's a footprint. Barefoot. There's another one. Well, back to the subject at hand. What makes a good Squatch dog? Basically, what makes any good outdoors dog, you know? You don't want a dog that's gonna bark all the time, constantly and insatiably at anything. You're probably gonna want a dog that's a pretty good sniffer, a smeller, one that's kind of aware of his surroundings a little bit. I think that's where a hunting dog would come in handy, or a dog of a hunting type breed. Just speculating, not saying that's the answer. You know, my dog, Chewy, one thing that's pretty handy about him is I could snatch him up and run with him if I had to. Not that I run very well. But the truth is, I think the number one thing is not barking a whole lot. Not jabbering. You know, we've all heard these stories about these things killing our dogs. And apparently it doesn't take too much to irritate them. And I think a quiet dog would be a good attribute. And any dog, you know, they say that dogs can see in certain spectrums of light that we can't see. So they're naturally going to be able to see and hear more. Obviously hear more. So having a dog on a camp out, I think, would be an attribute.
Let's take a minute and talk about specific dog breeds. Bird hunting type dogs. For the most part, they're usually very high-strung dogs, which makes it kind of difficult to get them to hang around camp. German Shepherds are known for being very protective, which could be good. A larger breed type dog might appeal to a lot of people for a protection standpoint, but honestly, I don't know that that would be any protection at all against anything other than perhaps a juvenile Sasquatch. I've got nothing but good things to say about Labrador type dogs. They're really good outdoors dogs in general. They're short-haired, which tends to help keep all the, sandburrs and sticks and brambles out of their fur. And their disposition and temperament is usually really good. A golden would have really good, disposition and temperament, but they will have longer hair, which is going to require a lot more care. Same thing with these Lassie type dogs. I don't know what they're called offhand. But the good news is if a Sasquatch threw you down a well, she could go get help. Here's a picture of a Chewy type Pomeranian and what he looks like with long hair. As you can see, he needs a haircut whenever we're going to go out in the woods. Truth is, the best squatching dog is the one you probably have at home. As long as your dog has good temperament, good demeanor, he plays well with other people, strangers, kids, stuff like that. And if he's not barking his head off all the time, well, you probably got a winner on your hands. You won't know until you actually take him out camping. So take your dog camping and see what happens.